babes, welcome back to another brand new video. I'm so excited that you guys are here today. If you want to follow me, you can do so on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok using @PlanaGoAmy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss another brand new video from me. Let's get into the video. Planner babes, welcome back to another plan with me here on my YouTube channel. And we are planning for the week of July 14th to the 20th. So it was like so warm today. I went out and I call it Chapters. That's what it used to be called, but it's actually called now Indigo. It's a big bookstore chain in Canada, and I don't typically go there because like obviously you can find the books cheaper used on Amazon, which is where I typically shop for books. But I think it's like a fun experience to go, and I needed to return a book because I started the book and I wasn't enjoying it, and then I looked it up, and I was like, and it said it was self-published, and nothing against that, and I told my friends that, my friend's a writer, and so I was like to my friend, I was like, oh, I don't like this book, and then like, I think the genre is not a quality, and I'm like, oh, it's self-published, and I'm like, that might be like why, but I was like, I'm not critical of all self-published books. I'm just saying I think that might be why this one isn't good. And she's like, yeah, there's less quality control with self-published. So I ended up she was like, why don't you return it? And I didn't even think of doing that because like in the back of my mind I was like, you can like totally like return a book. So I only read like a couple chapters and I like totally didn't even read more. And then I was like, oh yeah, I am going to return it. So I returned it and I got another book instead. And then I got a secondary book on top of it. That was a recommendation when I was looking up for more books in a specific genre that I wanted to read. So I'm just getting the washi tape that I want. I'm not finding the other ones. Unless I'm just blind. So I ended up deciding to buy another book, and then I got this really cute pin. It's an enamel pin, so let me open it for you guys. I thought it was super cute. I got it at, well, I call it Chapters, but it's actually it was rebranded like a few years ago to an Indigo. And it's a little pin of dachshund with it's a posh pooch. So it's a dachshund with like the little scarf on its head and some sunglasses. I am a huge fan of dachshunds. It's like my favorite breed of dog. It's the breed I hope to get. I've never had a dachshund before, but I just think they're so cute. And so I bought this because I was like, oh, I need a dachshund pin in my life. So yeah, so the hope is that I eventually do get a dachshund at some point. We have a poodle, and those are like the only dogs that I'm familiar with us having are poodles. So I would love to get a dachshund at some point. So, yeah. And I don't know, it kind of reminds me of the Queen, because I know the late Queen Elizabeth II has worn scarves on her head like that. And then she's also had, well, she hasn't had like a purebred dachshund, but her sister had dachshunds and she had corgis. And one of her sister's dog accidentally mated with one of her dogs, and they essentially created a new breed. They created the Dorgies, I think as they're called. So yeah, I was gonna do a totally different sticker book, but then I pulled out this one. I've never used these because I always struggle to actually use them. But we're gonna use them, and I want to use the yellow one because I think the yellow one's kind of fun. I'm so hot. I would love, it's so hot. I can't wait to turn the fan on in my bedroom. But I don't have the fan on while I'm like filming and stuff, so we're definitely gonna pair something with it. I just want it going the other direction. Why are they all going in the same direction and not the direction I want? These are kind of fun. Okay, I definitely want a big sticker. I was leaning towards this one. Or there are the ones without the gold foil, but I'm leaning towards the ones with the gold foil. There's the green one too, but I'm leaning the green one. You know, the green one. See, why are they all going in the same direction? It kind of bothers me. these are kind of cute to pair with it, like to pair. And do like maybe this with it. Okay, we're gonna look. I think I'm definitely gonna put the big sticker down wherever I want it. I'm gonna put it in like, I always put it like up here, but I'm gonna continue that because I feel like the spread isn't balanced otherwise. This week is kind of a lead up to a much bigger week. So this week we have, so ours, I work at a craft store, I work at Michael's, and we've actually gone bi-weekly for our trucks. Not all stores have. It just really depends on the size, like the volume of your store. So we are one of, we are part of the set of stores that are in a test period for a bi-weekly shipment. So we had our first bi-weekly truck, and it was kind of chaos, mainly because of one aspect of it. Like, it wasn't full chaos in my opinion, but some aspects were, like, mainly the fact that we get more of a certain type of box. It's hard to explain. I don't know if other stores have this similar type of box. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah. So it definitely was like, it wasn't total madness and chaos, but it wasn't like not madness and chaos. And at the same time, I was training somebody new, but it worked out in the end. Like, we got it, we figured it out. I think, like, it wasn't like as ideal as I would have liked the setup, and in my mind I keep forgetting to do it, but I have to actually like figure out, okay, what is it I want to do to change and make the setup better. So yeah, I don't know. So I might like run it by like the people on my team and sort of be like, okay, you guys, and get like everybody's opinion and be like, okay, all of you guys partook in the truck. What do you feel like we need to make different to achieve success for the upcoming truck, you know? I really value, like at the end of the day, really value the, I think this should go under, which I can do. But at the end of the day, I really do value the opinion of my team. We are a good team. So like, there we go. That's better. And then I'm gonna do another decorative box. Yeah, or yeah, maybe. I feel like the gold is fun, but I feel like just one of these is fun. This one is like very, brings in the yellow, but we already have a lot of yellow going on. We could do all blue, but then, I don't know, I like the yellow and blue. But this one's fun too. See, that's too much yellow. See, now I'm going back and I'm like, yeah, that's too much yellow. I actually don't hate the bi-weekly shipments. I think like some stores are finding it difficult, and like, yeah, there are aspects about it that I think like aren't like the most superior and aren't like the greatest. Like, I think the day that we're on, we just don't have like as much staff available, I think. So it does make it like challenging, and it does take like longer to do it. But at the same time, like, it's kind of the same amount of time as if you were to do 2 trucks. Like, if you, like, it's basically combining the time it takes to do a truck every week, but combining it into like 1 week. So like, if you look at a 2-week period, it, depending on the size of your truck, it takes about like a day and a half to like 2 days, unless you have like a really small one, in which case, yeah, you can have it done in a day. But because of the time, the season that we're in, the type of trucks we would be having at this time, like a bi-weekly, like it would take about a day and a half to 2 days for a single truck. Like a single truck that is 1 week worth of product. And now they're just combining the truck, rather than it being 1 week worth of product is 2 weeks worth of product, and you're getting it, rather than getting it every week, you're getting it bi-weekly, and it's taking anywhere from like I think 3.5 to like 4 days. So it's really not taking more time, and I do actually think it's better. I was like looking at some of the, because there's like Reddit pages and stuff for people that work at Michael's, and I've commented on there to get other people's opinions who aren't inside like our specific store bubble, because I don't know people that work at like other Michael's. I'm not, so I think like speaking of that, and people are like complaining and they're saying, oh, corporate is going to take this out of success, and it's like, because I actually do think it's not a bad concept. I do think it's just most stores are not used to this, and they kind of were like pushed into this without actually like having a full concept of what it would be like. And I think it's because it's happening to volume stores that aren't getting trucks that are like this big. Like, yeah, the number of boxes isn't that uncommon. So the way it works, at least at our store, is we have what's called like repacks, which are unsorted. So we have regular boxes, which is sorted. It has a sticker on it. It says what aisle it's in. Okay, it gives you all kinds of information. Where do I want this? I want it here. And stuff like that. And yeah, so it's called repacks. And so they're unsorted, and you have to sort them like when they come in the store. So basically once they come in the store, someone has to sort them, and it's a whole thing. Like, I'm not gonna go into a ton of detail, and that's the only major difference. Is like, we have gotten larger volume trucks before, like definitely around seasonal period we've gotten like 900 box trucks, which isn't like uncommon. It's just like we don't normally have the same amount of repacks, because like repacks they have like smaller products in them, and so yeah, you have more repacks around Christmas period, but like having almost 200 was like not as common. And so that's the one thing that I think like we actually, like, in my mind, I was like, I knew the number, but I wasn't actually in my mind mentally prepared for the amount of space that would actually take in a really small back store. But to me, in my opinion, in theory, I actually don't think that the bi-weekly trucks are a bad concept. And I actually think at first, when the first one happened, I was like, oh, this is kind of like chaos and mayhem, and I don't know. And people were commenting, and they were like on the thing like, oh, corporate is going to take this as like a success. And I'm like, because I actually do think it is. And I think it's going to save them a lot of money, which means like, I think it's probably going to save them a lot of money, which I think is a good thing, because it means that like anytime the company is saving money and they're not actually touching any hours, like any retail company, anytime the retail company starts talking about saving money without actually touching the hours, and they're doing those initiatives, I think that's always a better thing, because at the end of the day, a lot of retail stores tend to already be like strapped for hours, just because a lot of places, especially in the economy that we're at now, with less people doing like frivolous shopping, a lot of places are really trying to save time and like save hours, because saving hours means saving pay, means your payroll is less, it means that you're saving money. So any retail company that is actively doing other steps to save money that isn't cutting hours, I'm like, yay, I'm actually quite happy. And so I do think that like once most stores get used to having a higher volume truck and stuff like that, I don't think it's actually going to be like as crazy. Like, it's going to be manageable, and I think it's going to be very good. And I'm actually excited for a full rollout of this, because I think like, obviously, I don't think in like, this is just a test period, and then we are going back to like full weekly trucks come the seasonal period. But I think I'm very excited for like what this will bring. And I just, and what I like about it is because like the weeks where we don't, so basically how my store has set it up is we're constantly doing what are called resets, which I think any retail store has that. Whether you go to like Walmart or something, they have that, which is basically when certain sections of the store, which are usually done by like, so are basically reset, so the product is changing. Sometimes it's like a lot of the product is staying, but they're also bringing in new product, or they're getting rid of product that hasn't done as well, right? Because the tricky thing is retail stores, especially like craft stores and things like that, and most stores too, they have to stay on trend, right? And it's a lot easier for like clothing stores to stay on trend, for instance. But when it comes to like when it comes to like craft stores, it's a lot more difficult, right? Because clothing stores naturally change their clothes like minimum 4 times a year, right? Because there's 4 seasons, so they're ideally bringing out clothes for all of those seasons, right? Craft stores, on the other hand, this is not straight, and I keep having to pull this up. Craft stores, on the other hand, it's not. There are like craft stores also tend to do decor now, so yeah, they're changing that. But when it comes to like the crafting thing, it can take a lot longer for them to kind of jump in on a trend, just because like it means redoing a whole area of regular product and reconfiguring that, and also sourcing the product and buying the product. Like, I'm not familiar with any of that, the sourcing and all of that stuff. So yeah, it can take a lot for retail stores to sort of, for like craft stores to sort of get involved in a trend, but they have to, right? Craft stores have to be relevant. You have to kind of follow where the trends are, you know? For instance, I'm trying to think of something that we've been getting a lot more of that, you know, oh, here's an example. I don't know if you've heard, like, I know the Japanese stationery is quite popular. It's quite popular because, ooh, this is not where I want it because it's kind of blocking some of the end. Yeah, Japanese stationery is quite popular. I think because it has like a high quality level. And I've seen videos of people talking about Japanese stationery and saying, oh, it won this award and that award. So I do think they take their stationery very seriously. And like I said, I think they win awards, some of the brands. And so that just kind of shows you what level of importance. So there was a brand of alcohol markers called Ohuhu. And we've been selling alcohol markers for a long time. We've had our house brand and things like that. So us having alcohol markers is not something new. So we've had our own, like I said, we've had our own brand of alcohol markers. And so there's a stationery brand called Ohuhu that does alcohol markers. I don't know what else they do, if they just do alcohol markers, and we started carrying them and they became very trendy, and now they've become part of, like, we started carrying them like outside of the main drawing aisle, but they were recently just put in the main drawing aisle. And like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of a little bit harder to instantly like jump in on a trend, because then it involves constantly redoing an area, and you just don't typically have the amount of, like, you typically want to save money, right? And constantly redoing areas involves more labor, involves more hours. So it's a lot harder for them to stay on trend. And I don't know where I was going with this. Oh yeah. So I was saying that, like, so we have a lot of like resets like that we do, like in the drawing aisle most recently. And so with the bi-weekly trucks, we've been able to actually focus on doing a lot of the main resets that aren't seasonal decor related, and focus on those and prioritize those during the week, and then move on to other things and be able to prioritize. And then in the weeks that we do get the truck, because we only have 3 days, we prioritize on the more seasonal things. And I've actually been liking this setup, and I've been liking the weeks without the trucks, because it's allowed us to like actually, like, I don't know, I feel like it's been better, and it's been just like less stressful, you know? So we still have the same amount of time to do it, to achieve resets, because you're doing 2 weeks worth of resets in like a week and a half, right? But it's very the same amount of time. Like when we used to have our trucks on Fridays, so now they moved to Thursdays, which basically leaves us the first week where we don't have a truck, it leaves us Monday to Friday, so it leaves us 5 days, and then the following week it leaves us 3 days, Monday to Wednesday. And so previously, when we were having a truck every week, we were Monday to Wednesday. We were Monday to Thursday, and then Monday to Thursday. So it was still like 4 days 1 week, and then 4 days the other week. So it's still the same amount of time. So that's 8 days in total for 2 weeks worth of resets. And so it's still the same now. I don't know. I've been enjoying the setup a lot more. So yeah, that's it. That's my blab about work. I want to see how much time. I feel like this video is really long. Why is my camera app not opening on my watch? Yeah, so it's been 19 minutes. I've gotten one side done, and I'm gonna go a little bit faster on this one. Do want another one of these on this side. Maybe a yellow one. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I will admit that when I started my job, I was like super stressed. I remember being super stressed, and I was talking to my friends about that most recently because I've been thinking about my job. Because when I first started working, I was super stressed because it was all new to me. I had done resets before and I had worked in replenishment, but I had never done it as like really managing the whole thing and having to be conscious of time and things like that. And even when I first started, I wasn't aware of like the super importance of being conscious of time because like I was having help with other people in in my store, like other like our assistant manager and things like that. Obviously because I was new and was definitely not gonna figure this out on my own. So I was having the assistants, and so I wasn't like always aware of like and then as time went on, it was like, okay, I have to follow these times, otherwise you're just not gonna get things done on time, and it's just going to make things a lot more challenging. Maybe like this. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of figuring it out on my own. So I remember being like super stressed, and like I still have moments where I'm like, and I want to like, but it's getting better. It's getting better. So this one's good. Is it the weekend yet? This is what fun looks like. I don't have space for this, but making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past my home, but staring blankly, just making my way through the crowd. I need my scissors, and I don't have them here. No. Okay, I'm gonna just place this down so I can get a cut. I don't know where my scissors are, but they're not here. And I need you to no. I have that song stuck in my head, 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton. I could into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I walk 1,000 miles. I could just. You probably don't need to hear me sing. I have no singing. I can't sing on tune. It's not true that I don't have any singing ability, because I can sing. It just doesn't sound good. I like to sing. I have a microphone because I always used to really enjoy singing as a kid. So I have a microphone that I bedazzled. Like, it's supposed to be a working one. Like, it was one that it was one that we got years and years ago during like the super hype popularity of American Idol. It had a box on it that I pulled off, a plastic box that said American Idol, and it used to have like a wire to plug it in something, but I cut off the wire because I was like, I don't actually like record into anything, and I bedazzled it to kind of be like bougie, and I don't know, I like to like lip sync as I'm listening to music. I'll put like my earbuds in and like listen to music and like lip sync, and yeah. Ooh, I could do one of these. The green. And I need you, and I'll miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you tonight. Why can't I find the page I'm looking for? I want one of these. But you know what? Pink is me. I am pink. Okay, I'm trying. Okay, that's that. I'm looking for, and I know that I found it. I wanted to do this one, so I should have done. Okay, I'm thinking of repositioning this. Oh no. Okay, great. How do I do it? Wait, that's not. This is what we're doing. I need another functional box. I'm not opposed to it being here. I just feel like then all of my functional boxes are like down at the bottom and not anywhere at the top. But it'll be what it'll be. Okay, I think this side is cute. I'm gonna call it a day on the spread before I just go, well, maybe I could do another one of these. Oh, then I've used up all of them. I think I'll call it a day. I feel like the spread is done. I feel like this side looks really good. I feel like there's always one side that looks better than the other, but yeah. So this is the spread. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. You can follow me at PlanAgoAmy on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. I'm hoping to be posting more, to go back to posting more on TikTok and Instagram. So yeah, that is all for the video. Until the next time, bye.